Mabel, a young woman of striking beauty, dreams of escaping her struggles. Life has not been kind to her. She is a single mother to Angel, a 1-year-old daughter born from a fleeting relationship. Angel's father abandoned them the moment he learned of the pregnancy, leaving Mabel to fend for herself. Though she loves her daughter, she secretly longs for a different life, one filled with luxury, admiration, and a man who would treat her like a queen. Then she meets Frederick. Frederick is everything she has ever wanted, rich, handsome, and charming. From the moment their paths cross, Mabel is determined to keep him. He takes her to expensive restaurants, showers her with lavish gifts, and whispers promises of a future she has only seen in movies. For the first time, she feels desired, special, and worthy. One evening, as they sit in Frederick's luxurious car, he says something that makes Mabel's heart stop. "I can never marry a woman with a child," he states matter-of-factly. "I need a fresh start. Mabel, if you didn't have that child, we would be perfect together." Mabel's breath catches. "You mean, if Angel wasn't in the picture, you would marry me?" Frederick takes her chin in his hands, his eyes filled with certainty. "Of course, babe. I would make you my wife." Mabel's mind spins. She has fought so hard to be a good mother, but now, the one thing she loves most in the world, the one person who depends on her, is the obstacle to her happiness. That night, she cannot sleep. She watches Angel, so small and innocent, breathing peacefully in her crib. Tears sting Mabel's eyes. Angel is her child, her blood, yet in Frederick's arms, she has tasted the life she craves. The next morning, she meets Frederick again. She grips his hands tightly, her voice barely above a whisper. What if Angel was no longer a problem? Frederick smiles over his coffee. "Then I would put a ring on your finger right away." That night, with the world outside silent, Mabel makes the most horrifying decision of her life. As Angel sleeps, Mabel's hands tremble. She tells herself she is doing this for love, for a future, for Frederick. Her fingers clutch the pillow. Tears stream down her face. Then, silence. The next morning, she calls Frederick, her voice shaking with anticipation. "It's done." There's silence on the other end, then, laughter. "You really did it?" "Yes. Now we can be together." But Frederick's tone shifts. "You're insane, Mabel. If you could do that to your own child, what's to stop you from doing the same to me one day?" Mabel freezes. "What? No. You promised. Stay away from me." The line goes dead. Mabel stands frozen, the weight of his words pressing down on her. Her body shakes violently as reality crashes over her. The sacrifice she made, the betrayal she committed, all for a man who never truly loved her. Then, a scream rips from her throat, a wail of heartbreak, loss, and devastation. Mabel collapses to the floor, her body racked with sobs. Frederick's words echo in her mind, each syllable slicing through her like a blade. She had given up everything for him, everything, and now, he wanted nothing to do with her. Hours pass. The sun rises, casting a cruel light into her small apartment. Mabel sits motionless, her eyes blank, her body numb. She knows she cannot let this be the end. Frederick will come back to her. He has to. A knock at the door startles her. She quickly wipes her face and forces a smile as she opens it. It's her best friend, Bridget, standing there with a bright grin. "Mabel. I was just passing by and thought I'd take Angel out for the day." Mabel's stomach clenches. Panic flashes in her eyes, but she steadies herself. "Angel isn't here," she lies. Bridget frowns. "What do you mean?" Mabel forces a weak smile. "Her father's family came for her. They wanted to make up for lost time." Bridget's eyes narrow. "The same family that abandoned you when you were pregnant. The ones who denied Angel's existence. And you just handed her over." Mabel nods quickly. To err is human, to forgive is divine. Bridget steps back, shaking her head in disbelief. "Mabel, you are so foolish. How could you trust them with her? What if they never bring her back?" "They won't do that," Mabel says, forcing calm into her voice. "They promised." Bridget's eyes burn with anger. "You're lying. I don't know what's going on, but something is very wrong here." She crosses her arms. "Listen to me until Angel comes back. I won't step foot in this house again. She turns sharply and storms out. Mabel watches her go, her lips trembling. As soon as Bridget disappears, fear clutches at her heart. What if Bridget starts asking too many questions? What if she doesn't let it go? Her hands ball into fists. She has to make sure Bridget doesn't dig too deep. That night, Mabel barely eats or sleeps. Frederick's words haunt her, and Bridget's suspicions gnaw at her mind. Then, her phone rings. She grabs it quickly, her heart pounding when she sees Frederick's name flash across the screen. She hesitates before answering. Hello. Frederick's voice is soft, almost pleading. Baby. I'm so sorry. Mabel freezes. What? Last night, I was drunk, Mabel. I didn't mean those things I said. You know you're my world, right? I love you. Tears fill Mabel's eyes. Are you serious, Frederick? You really love me? Of course, baby, he whispers. How could I live without you? Mabel wipes her tears, a wide smile spreading across her face. Then prove it, Frederick. Marry me. Frederick chuckles. Soon, baby. Very soon. I just need to sort out a business deal first. Mabel's heart races with excitement. Oh, Frederick, you don't know how much I love you. I will do anything for you. Frederick sighs. I know, baby. And I need you now more than ever. Mabel frowns slightly. What happened, baby? My goods have been seized at the port, Frederick groans. I need some money to sort it out. Just a little, and I'll get everything back. Mabel's excitement dims slightly. But I don't have money, Frederick. You do, babe. Frederick's voice is smooth. The money your father gave you to keep. Mabel's eyes widen. Frederick, no. That money is for our community. I can't touch it. Frederick sighs. Come on, baby. Just lend it to me. I swear in 4 days, I'll return every single penny. Mabel hesitates. My father needs that money soon, Frederick. Frederick's voice is warm and full of praise. That's my baby. I knew you wouldn't let me down. Mabel clutches the phone to her chest, her heart swelling with joy. Yes, she whispers. This man belongs to me. Mabel's heart pounds as she stares at the message on her phone. Her father's voice from their last conversation echoes in her mind, if you don't return that money, you will not like what I will do to you. Sweat beads on her forehead as she dials Frederick's number again. It rings. No answer. She redials. Still nothing. Her hands tremble as she types a message. Frederick, please pick up. My father is on my neck. I need the money now. She waits. Seconds stretch into minutes, then, her phone rings. Relief washes over her when she sees Frederick's name flashing on the screen. She snatches it up. Baby, he says smoothly, meet me at the restaurant. I need to explain everything. Mabel wastes no time. She rushes out, heart hammering. He wouldn't betray me. He promised he would fix things. She arrives at the restaurant to find Frederick seated in the corner, looking as calm as ever, sipping his coffee. Mabel slides into the seat across from him, her voice urgent. Frederick, my father is angry. The community is on his neck. I need that money back now. Frederick sighs, placing his coffee down. Babe, the goods haven't been released yet. I need more time. Mabel's breath catches. More time. Frederick, I don't have time. My father is threatening me. Frederick reaches for her hands, his voice gentle. Listen, baby. You still have your business savings, right? Use that money to pay your father. Once my goods are released, I'll return everything and we'll be richer than ever. Mabel hesitates. That's all I've left. The money she spent years saving to start her dream business. Her future. Frederick strokes her hands, his voice dripping with reassurance. Do you love me? You know I do, she whispers. Then trust me, he says smoothly. You're my wife. Everything I have belongs to you, and everything you have belongs to me. Just help me this one time. Mabel swallows hard. Her father's threats ring in her ears. She looks into Frederick's eyes, full of charm, full of promises. She wants to believe him. Okay, she breathes. But promise me you'll pay me back. Frederick grins, lifting her hands to his lips. Of course, my wife. I would never let my woman suffer. Mabel blushes, her heart swelling. She has given him everything, her love, her trust, and now, all her money. But she still believes she is doing the right thing. 2 weeks pass. Mabel paces a small apartment, gripping her phone tightly. She has called Frederick over a dozen times, and each time, he either doesn't pick up or gives the same excuse. Baby, just a little more time. The deal is almost done. I promise, in a few days, I'll return every penny. Her father, however, is not as patient. One evening, there is a loud knock at her door. Mabel's heart jumps. She straightens her dress and opens it. Her father stands there, his face dark with anger. Where is my money? His voice is low but dangerous. Mabel swallows hard. Papa, something happened. His eyes narrow. What do you mean, something happened? She looks away, hands trembling. I was robbed. The money was stolen. Silence. Then her father's voice shakes the walls. What? Mabel flinches. Papa, I was scared. I thought I could fix it before telling you. Her father paces, his face twisted in rage. You don't know what you have done, Mabel. Do you know the kind of people I collected that money from? The whole community is on my neck. They are threatening me. Mabel's legs weaken. Papa, I swear I'll fix it. Her father turns sharply, his eyes burning into hers. You better do something fast, because if I don't return that money, I will lose my respect, my position, everything. Mabel feels dizzy. She has never seen her father this angry before. Papa, please trust me. I will get the money back. Her father scoffs. More time. I don't have time, Mabel. I have given my word. If I don't return their money, I will. He shakes his head violently. No. You better find that money before I lose everything. With that, he storms out, slamming the door behind him. Mabel collapses onto a chair, breathing heavily. This is bad. This is very bad. Her hands shake as she dials Frederick's number. It rings. And rings. No answer. Panic grips her chest. She types a message. Frederick, please. My father is on my neck. I need the money now. She waits. No reply. Tears fill her eyes. Has she just lost everything? Then, her phone rings. Frederick. She quickly picks up. Baby. Please tell me you have the money. Frederick's voice is calm, almost too calm. Meet me at the restaurant. I need to explain everything. Mabel doesn't hesitate. She throws on her shoes and rushes out, clinging to hope. Maybe he finally has the money. Maybe he was telling the truth all along. But when she gets to the restaurant and sees Frederick seated casually, sipping his coffee as if nothing is wrong, something inside her shifts. She sits across from him, her voice sharp. Frederick, where is my money? Frederick sighs and leans back. The goods haven't been released yet, babe. I need more time. Mabel's heart sinks. More time. I don't have time, Frederick. My father is threatening me. The community is on his neck. I need that money. Frederick reaches for her hand, his voice smooth. Listen, baby. You still have your business savings, right? Mabel stiffens. No, Frederick. Babe, he continues, stroking her fingers, use that money to settle your father. Once my goods are released, I'll pay you back, double. Mabel hesitates. Frederick smiles. Baby, do you trust me? Yes, she whispers. Then prove it. Mabel swallows hard. This is all I've left. But she looks into Frederick's eyes, full of charm and promises, and she believes him. Okay, she says. Frederick grins, lifting her hands to his lips. That's my wife. I would never let my woman suffer. Mabel blushes, convincing herself she is making the right choice. She has given him everything, her love, her trust, and now, all her money. But she doesn't know that her world is about to collapse. A week passes. Mabel is restless, her stomach in knots. Her father hasn't called yet, but she knows it's only a matter of time before he demands the money again. She has been trying to stay calm, reminding herself of Frederick's promise. 4 days, he said. I'll return every penny. But now it's been 7. She dials his number. It rings, and just when she thinks he won't pick up. Baby, Frederick answers, his voice smooth as ever. Mabel releases a shaky breath. Frederick, what's happening? It's been a week. My father. Calm down, babe, he interrupts. I just need a little more time. The deal is almost finalized. Mabel grips the phone. That's what you said last time. I know, baby, and I'm sorry. But listen, I have a new plan. Something big. This one will change our lives forever. Mabel frowns. What do you mean? Frederick lowers his voice as if sharing a deep secret. I have an investor lined up, but I need collateral to secure the deal. If I can present a strong guarantee, I'll get the investment, and in 2 weeks, we'll be swimming in money. Mabel's heart races. Collateral. Frederick hesitates for a moment, then says, something valuable. Something they can trust. Mabel's mind races. She has nothing left, no savings, no emergency funds. Then suddenly, it hits her. I have my father's house documents, she whispers. Frederick's breath catches. Are you serious, baby? Yes, Mabel nods quickly. But you have to be fast. Do everything within a month. Frederick chuckles, his voice dripping with excitement. Oh, baby. I'll deliver in 2 weeks, I swear. Mabel exhales, forcing herself to believe him. This is it, the final step before we become rich. A devastating truth. Days later, Mabel is at a restaurant, eating alone, when something catches her eye. At a corner booth, in the dimly lit section of the restaurant, she spots Frederick. Her heart leaps. But then, she notices he's not alone. A woman sits across from him. She watches as he leans in, takes the woman's face in his hands, and presses a deep kiss to her lips. Mabel's world freezes. She squints, disbelief flooding her system. No. That can't be Frederick. But it is. And the woman, Mabel recognizes her instantly. It's the same woman he had always claimed was his mother. A sharp, burning pain grips Mabel's chest. She grips the table for support, her breathing ragged. Her hands shake as she fumbles for her phone. Without thinking, she snaps a picture. If he tries to deny it later, she will have proof. Grabbing her food, she storms out of the restaurant, rage bubbling inside her. He lied to me. He played me. By the time she gets home, her whole body is trembling. She opens her messages and sends the picture to Frederick. 5 minutes later, a phone rings. It's him. She picks up, fury in her voice. Frederick, what is this? Who is that woman? There's a pause. Then, Frederick sighs. Baby, I can explain. Mabel paces. Explain. That's not the woman you told me was your mother. There's silence on the other end. Then, in a voice so calm it makes Mabel's skin crawl, he says. Baby, she's my sugar mommy. Mabel feels the air rush out of her lungs. Her grip tightens around the phone. What? Frederick sighs again as if he's the one suffering. She's the one funding my lifestyle, babe. The expensive things I have, she bought them. The car I drive. It's hers. The house I live in. She owns it. Mabel stumbles back, hitting the edge of the bed. Her knees feel weak. You mean to tell me that all this time, you've been living off a sugar mommy, she whispers. Frederick lets out another deep sigh. Baby, I had no choice. She promised to give me a huge amount soon. I just needed her to fund me while I worked on something bigger. Mabel feels sick. Her stomach churns, her vision blurs. This is the man she sacrificed everything for. The man she betrayed her own blood for. You lied to me, she chokes out. Frederick chuckles. Come on, baby. Don't be dramatic. You're my wife. You're the one I truly love. Mabel's hands tremble. Frederick, you promised me forever. And I meant it, he says smoothly. You are my future. My wife. The mother of my unborn children. You and me, baby, we are going to be rich, powerful, and happy. Don't let anything distract us. Mabel closes her eyes, trying to steady her breathing. Everything inside her screams at her to leave. To finally open her eyes and see Frederick for what he truly is. But she can't. She has lost too much already. Her father's house. Her baby. Her future. Frederick is the only thing she has left. She takes a deep breath, forcing herself to believe his words one last time. Okay, she whispers. Frederick chuckles. That's my baby. I love you. That night, Mabel tosses and turns in bed. Sleep doesn't come easily. Her mind is restless, filled with doubt and pain. Then, she dreams. She sees Angel. Her little girl stands alone in a dark place, crying, tiny hands reaching out. Mama. Mama, please help me. Mabel's chest tightens. She tries to run, but her feet won't move. Mama, why did you leave me? Angel sobs. Mama, I'm scared. Mabel gasps. Angel. Angel, I'm here. She struggles, fights to reach her child, but Angel keeps slipping further into the darkness. Then, her cries grow softer. Weaker. And before Mabel can do anything, Angel disappears. Mabel's eyes fly open. She sits up, gasping for breath, drenched in sweat. Her heart pounds as she grabs her phone and dials Frederick. He picks up on the second ring, voice groggy. Baby, why are you calling me this late? Tears streak down Mabel's face. Frederick, I had a dream about Angel. She was crying. Calling for me. Something is wrong. There's silence on the other end. Then, Frederick sighs. Baby, it's just a dream. You think too much. No, Frederick. It felt real. I've never had a dream like this before. Frederick groans, irritated. Mabel, stop stressing yourself. What's done is done. Thinking about it won't change anything. Mabel grips the phone tighter. But. No buts, Frederick snaps. Do you want to go crazy? Forget about it and sleep. Mabel hesitates. The heaviness in her chest refuses to leave. But she swallows a fear. Okay, she whispers. Frederick's voice softens. That's my baby. Stop overthinking. I love you. Now go back to sleep. The call ends, but Mabel does not sleep. She lies awake, staring at the ceiling, her heart still pounding. Meanwhile, across town, Frederick smirks as he tosses his phone aside. This foolish girl, he mutters. She really thinks I love her. He chuckles darkly, stretching his arms. She lived her own child for me, and she still thinks I'll marry her. He shakes his head, letting out another laugh. She's just another fool in my game. Mabel wakes up the next morning feeling drained. The dream about Angel lingers in her mind, but she pushes it away. Frederick is right, it was just a dream. She gets out of bed, determined to focus on their future. They will be rich soon. Everything will be fine. Later that day, she hears a knock at her door. She sighs, already guessing who it is. She opens the door, and as expected, Bridget stands there, arms crossed, staring at her suspiciously. Mabel, where is Angel? Mabel's breath catches. Bridget steps inside, looking around. I've been thinking, and something isn't right. Every time I ask for Angel, she's always visiting her father's family. A 1-year-old, visiting for months. Mabel forces a smile. Bridget, why are you always in my business? Bridget's face hardens. Because I don't believe you. Something is off. Mabel's hands curl into fists. Bridget, if you have nothing better to say, just stop coming to my house. Bridget scoffs. You're not the same person I used to know, Mabel. You have changed, and not in a good way. Mabel smirks. Oh please. If you want a baby so badly, go have one instead of questioning me about mine. Bridget's eyes widen. What did you just say? Mabel sneers. You heard me. Maybe if you had your own child, you wouldn't be so obsessed with mine. Bridget stares at her in shock, then shakes her head in disgust. You are sick, Mabel. Truly sick. And one day, you will regret everything you're doing. Mabel lets out a mocking laugh. Goodbye, Bridget. Don't come back until you learn to mind your business. Bridget hisses and storms out, slamming the door behind her. Mabel exhales sharply. Why is she always poking her nose into my life? She shakes off the bad feeling and smiles to herself. None of this matters. Soon, Frederick will marry me. Mabel's father sits on his wooden chair outside his house, scrolling through his phone. A new message pops up. Final notice, you have 48 hours to vacate the property or face legal action. His body stiffens. His breath catches in his throat. He blinks rapidly, reading the message again. The words don't change. His hands start shaking. Sweat breaks out on his forehead. His heartbeat pounds so fast he feels like his chest will explode. What is this? His fingers tremble as he dials Mabel's number. She picks up on the second ring. Papa. His voice is shaky. Mabel, what have you done? Mabel frowns. Papa, what are you talking about? His voice cracks. The bank just sent me a message. They said I have 48 hours to leave my house. His voice rises. What did you do? Silence. Then, Mabel's panicked voice. Papa. I can explain. His body turns ice cold. His chest tightens. His fingers loosen. The phone slips from his grip and falls to the ground. His breath comes in short gasps. His heart pounds wildly. His vision blurs. Then, everything goes dark. His body slumps in his chair, lifeless. A neighbor who had been watching from across the street rushes over. Papa Mabel. Papa Mabel. No response. The man places a hand on his chest, then quickly turns and runs toward the road, shouting, Help. Somebody help. He has collapsed. But it's too late. By the time they rush him to the hospital, he is gone. Mabel sits in her room, chewing her nails, waiting for her father to call back. He is angry, but she knows she can calm him down. Her phone rings. She grabs it quickly, but it's not her father. It's her uncle. She hesitates before answering. Uncle. The voice on the other end is rough and filled with sorrow. Mabel, your father is dead. The phone almost slips from her hands. No. No, uncle, that's not possible. He had a heart attack, her uncle says slowly. The shock of losing the house killed him. Mabel's scream fills the room. Her world crumbles. She killed her father. The guilt crashes over her like a wave. She has taken everything from him, all for a man who hasn't even paid her back. Her hands tremble as she dials Frederick. He picks up, his voice calm. Hey, baby. She screams into the phone. You killed my father. Frederick sighs lazily. Baby, why are you shouting? Mabel sobs. He had a heart attack after reading the bank's message. This is all your fault. Frederick sighs again, sounding bored. Mabel, calm down. Your father was old. It was bound to happen sooner or later. Mabel freezes. What did you just say? Frederick's voice softens. Baby, listen to me. This business will change our lives. Once it clicks, we'll be rich. We'll get married. You'll never have to worry about anything again. Tears stream down Mabel's face. You lied to me, she whispers. Frederick chuckles. Come on, baby. Don't be dramatic. You're my wife. We are in this together. Mabel wipes her face. Her father is dead. Her house is gone. And now? Frederick is acting like none of it matters. But she has nothing left. She sniffs. You promised this business will work. Of course, my love, Frederick says smoothly. Mabel closes her eyes. She has lost everything. But she still has Frederick. And she's not ready to lose him too. Days pass. Mabel walks through life like a ghost. The weight of her father's death, her lost home, and her endless sacrifices suffocate her. But through it all, one thought keeps her going. Frederick will make it all worth it. She clings to his promises like a lifeline. Then, one morning, she feels a strange sensation in her body, dizziness, nausea, cravings. Her breath catches. Could it be? She rushes to the pharmacy, buys a pregnancy test, and hurries home. Her hands tremble as she waits for the results. 2 clear lines appear. Mabel gasps, pressing a hand to her stomach. She's pregnant. A wave of emotions crashes over her, fear, shock, but above all, joy. This is it. Proof that she and Frederick are meant to be together. She grabs her phone and dials his number. The moment he picks up, she blurts out, "Baby, I'm pregnant for you. I can't wait for you to come over so we can celebrate." But instead of excitement, a sharp female voice replies coldly, "Pregnant for who?" Mabel's blood runs cold. "Wait, who is this?" A bitter laugh echoes through the phone. "You foolish little girl. Do you even know who you're calling?" Mabel grips the phone tighter. "Where is Frederick? Who are you?" The woman's voice is filled with venom. "I am the woman who owns him. The one who feeds him, clothes him, and puts a roof over his head. And you? You're just another stupid little girl he has been playing with." Mabel's hands clench into fists. "You're the sugar mommy, aren't you?" "Yes. And for 5 years, I have funded that useless fool's life." The woman's voice sharpens. "Now, tell me again, are you pregnant for my Frederick?" Mabel's anger flares. "Your Frederick? You mean the small boy you're babysitting with your money? An old woman like you should be thinking of retirement, not chasing young boys." The woman's voice rises with fury. "How dare you? You think having a child will make him marry you? Let me tell you something, Frederick will never be yours." Mabel lets out a bitter laugh. "And you think he will be yours? A woman old enough to be his mother. Without your money, he wouldn't even look at you." The sugar mummy's voice shakes with rage. "You will regret this. Both you and Frederick will suffer." The call ends. Mabel throws her phone on the bed, breathing heavily. Instead of celebrating her pregnancy with Frederick, she has to deal with his sugar mummy. Her teeth clench. Frederick better explain himself. That evening, Frederick arrives at Mabel's apartment. The moment she opens the door, he pushes past her, slamming it behind him. "You couldn't even wait for me to come over," he snaps, eyes burning with frustration. "How can you say that kind of thing over the phone? Do you know what you've done?" Mabel folds her arms, her own anger rising. "What exactly have I done, Frederick? I thought you loved me. You have told me so many times that you can't wait for me to be your wife, so why all this?" Frederick scoffs. "Oh yeah. And look at what you've done. Do you even think before you act? That woman gives me money. She takes care of everything. And now, she has thrown me out. No house. No car. No money. How do we survive, Mabel?" Mabel stares at him in disbelief. "So all you care about is money? Not me. Not the baby." Frederick sighs, rubbing his face. "Mabel, be reasonable. You are not working. I've nothing now. How do you expect us to take care of a child in this situation?" Mabel's eyes narrow. "What are you trying to say, Frederick?" Frederick steps closer, lowering his voice. "Mabel, you have to get rid of that pregnancy. Let me get back on my feet first, then we can think about having a baby." Mabel's whole body stiffens. Her fingers curl into fists. "You must be dreaming, Frederick. Never. I will never harm my child again." Frederick clicks his tongue, shaking his head. "Mabel, don't be stupid. This is not about emotions, it's about survival. You want to bring a child into this kind of suffering." Mabel's voice trembles with anger. "I don't care how hard life is. This baby stays. I already made one mistake, and I will never do it again." 4 days pass. And, as always, Frederick finds a way to sweet-talk Mabel. She is still hurt, still unsure, but he knows exactly what to say. He whispers sweet words, paints beautiful pictures of their future, and holds her close, making her believe that everything he does is for them. Slowly, Mabel's resistance weakens. She tells herself that Frederick is right. Now is not the time for a baby. They need to secure their future first. With tears in her eyes and a heavy heart, she agrees. The next day, she gets rid of the pregnancy. Frederick holds her afterward, stroking her hair, telling her she is strong. He tells her that one day, they will have everything they dreamed of. And she believes him. Days later, as they sit in Mabel's small apartment, Frederick brings up a new plan. Baby, there's a very profitable business I want you to do for me, he says. Mabel frowns. What kind of business? Frederick smiles, holding her hand. It's simple. There's a lot of money involved. Mabel narrows her eyes. Why can't you do it? Frederick chuckles. It's a woman's thing, baby. Rich men like dealing with women. All you have to do is meet them and get the money. That's all. Mabel hesitates. Meet them, for what exactly? Frederick squeezes her hand, looking deep into her eyes. Baby, don't overthink it. It's just business. Mabel steps out of the luxury hotel, clutching an envelope filled with cash. Her heels click against the pavement as she hurries toward the car where Frederick waits. She slides into the passenger seat and hands him the money. Frederick grins. That's my girl. Mabel forces a smile, but deep inside, she feels empty. For months, Frederick has been sending her to wealthy men, convincing her that it's just business. And each time, she tells herself it's for their future. But lately, she started feeling used. One evening, as they sit in her small apartment, counting stacks of money, Mabel finally speaks up. Frederick, I think we've saved enough. I want to stop. Frederick, who had been smiling moments ago, suddenly stiffens. He leans back and folds his arms. Why? Mabel shifts uncomfortably. Because I don't feel right about it. We have money now. It's enough to start a good life. I don't want to continue. Frederick's jaw tightens, but he forces a smile. Baby, you're overthinking. Just a little more, and we'll be rich enough to never worry again. Mabel shakes her head. No, Frederick. I'm done. She pauses, looking at him suspiciously. I also notice something. You don't touch me anymore. Frederick's expression shifts. What? You don't make love to me anymore, she says, folding her arms. Why? Frederick sighs, rubbing his forehead. Baby, it's stress. I've been thinking about our future, how to make things better for us. That's why I've been distracted. Mabel stares at him, searching his face for the truth. Baby, don't pressure me, he says smoothly, taking her hand in his. I love you. I'm just focused on our future. You understand, right? Mabel bites her lip, still feeling uneasy. But slowly, she nods. Okay. Frederick kisses her forehead and smiles. That's my baby. Months pass. Mabel has ignored her gut feelings for too long. But lately, her body has been acting strangely. She is constantly weak, always tired. She has lost her appetite. No matter how much she tries to ignore it, something feels off. Finally, she decides to go for a checkup. At the hospital, she fills out her details and waits anxiously. When her name is called, she steps into the consultation room. The doctor runs a series of tests. She sits in the waiting area, heart pounding. Finally, she is called back. The doctor looks at her test results, his expression unreadable. Then, he slowly places the paper down and looks at her. Mabel, your results show that you are HIV positive. The words hit her like a slap. The room suddenly feels too small. Her ears start ringing. She blinks, shaking her head. No. That can't be. The doctor sighs. I know this is difficult to hear, but I need you to listen. It's still in the early stages. With proper medication and a healthy lifestyle, you can manage it. But Mabel isn't listening. Her vision blurs with tears. Her world shatters. She rushes out of the hospital, ignoring the concerned glances of nurses and patients. She can't breathe. The streets blur as she stumbles home. By the time she reaches her house, her legs can barely carry her. She slams the door shut, locks herself in the room, and screams into her pillow. Her body shakes violently. I gave him everything, she sobs. And he gave me this. For hours, she cries. Then, suddenly, her tears stop. A new thought enters her mind. She sits up, her teary eyes dark with rage. He must have it too. Her breathing slows. Her heart pounds differently now. Frederick started this. Frederick ruined my life. Frederick cannot walk away free. That evening, Frederick arrives at Mabel's house, looking relaxed and satisfied. He walks in, drops his keys on the table, and goes straight to his phone, scrolling through messages. Mabel watches him from the corner of the room. She stands up. Frederick, we need to talk. Frederick barely looks up. What is it? Mabel walks closer. It's been months since I started working for you. I've done everything you asked. But there's something I need to understand. Frederick sighs. Mabel, I'm tired. Can we not do this now? No, she says firmly. I need to understand why you started using protection on me the moment I began this work. Frederick laughs. Mabel stiffens. He looks up at her, smirking. You must be foolish, Mabel. Do you expect me to sleep with you without protecting myself? Do you want me to catch a deadly disease? Mabel feels something inside her snap. She stares at him, eyes burning with disbelief. So I'm the one who is allowed to get sick. But not you. Frederick shrugs. Be wise, Mabel. If I were your brother, would you allow me to marry someone like you? Think. Don't be stupid. Mabel's chest tightens. This is the man she destroyed her life for. The man she trusted. The man she loved. She grabs the nearest object and hurls it at him. You tricked me. You deceived me. You made me believe we had a future. Frederick rolls his eyes. Oh, please. Stop acting like a victim. You knew what you were getting into. Mabel screams. Her world flashes before her eyes. The sacrifices. The pain. The shame. Everything she did for this man meant nothing. Frederick grabs his phone. I don't have time for this. You better start thinking straight, Mabel. He storms off, slamming the door behind him. Leaving Mabel alone. She sits on the bed, staring at the wall. Then, a new thought takes over. Frederick thinks he has won. He thinks he has broken me. But he's wrong. This isn't over. The next day, Mabel picks up her phone and dials Bridget. Bridget hesitates before answering. What do you want, Mabel? Mabel takes a deep breath. I need to talk to you. I need to tell you everything. Bridget scoffs. After everything you've done, you still have the guts to call me. Mabel's voice trembles. I just need someone to listen. Please. Bridget sighs. Go ahead. Mabel doesn't hold anything back. She confesses everything. How Frederick deceived her. How she betrayed Angel. How she lost her father, her home, and her body for a man who never loved her. Bridget is silent for a long time. Then, she whispers. Mabel. I can't believe you did this to yourself. Mabel wipes her tears. I don't care anymore, Bridget. I just need to know, where's Frederick? Bridget sighs. You really don't know. Frederick is married. Mabel's breath stops. Bridget continues, I saw him at the Canadian embassy with his wife and 4 kids. They're leaving the country next week. Mabel's hands shake. Her vision blurs. Her body trembles. Then, she reaches for the gun in her drawer. Frederick must pay. Bang. Mabel's story ends there.